Hi BookTube, it's Peg at the History Shelf. What do I have here? Well, this is my October TBR video, and this is my very ambitious stack of books that I am going to try to read in October, and I thought I'd go through them with you, since that's what you do here at BookTube. To go along with our Victober, of course, you've already seen this in one of my other videos. We've got Thomas Carlyle's Sartor Resartus, the Taylor Retailored. So I'm very excited to start this version with the Oxford World's Classics, with all the notes and footnotes and appendices, and I'm excited. So that's our first book for October, which I've committed to. And you might have seen this in my last video. I might start the next book in the Elizabeth George Inspector Lynley series, A Suitable Vengeance. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping to get some great recommendations from you that I asked for in my last video for your favorite mystery or mystery series. So if you haven't done that yet, please comment or watch that video and help me out, because I'd like to discover a new mystery or mystery series. And this other book is one you've seen probably in one of my book hauls, but I actually have started reading, yes, The Will of the People, The Revolutionary Birth of America by T.H. Breen. It's from Belknap Harvard Publishing. And got this book from Steve, and I'll be writing a review on this when I'm done. So I thought I could try to, knock this out pretty quickly. I should note that in mid-October I'll be traveling for work, so there'll be a stretch of about 4 to 5 days where I'll be just out of pocket. I'll be in Chicago. I might be able to make a small video from my hotel room if I have energy, but I'll be working long days at a conference and may not have the energy, but I may just be like so missing out on the BookTube, the FOMO, as we talk about, that I'll upload something then. But of course I'll be taking reading with me to try to squeeze in some reading at night before bed. So but I figured I could get through this month, and obviously I need to review it. So that's the next book. So next book that I thought I would like to try, I got this book from University of North Carolina Press, Midnight in America, Darkness, Sleep, and Dreams During the Civil War. I love just really focused studies on something obscure about a historical period, and of course I'm a Civil War buff. I've read so much on the Civil War, and I love it. I can never get enough, and I love this type of book where it takes one element, in this case, how people's dreams or their nightly visions, put the whole panorama of the horrors that they saw in real life, how it affected them in their sleep. And then also, just had a dog run by here. It happens a lot here. Just like I love Drew Gilpin Faust's This Republic of Suffering. I'd never read anything so unique before. So I'm hoping this book will be by Jonathan White. I'm hoping this book will be in that vein. I'll be happy to talk about this book once I've read it. I'll probably post a video with my thoughts on it. Again, it's about 200-page book, so I'm hoping to get to that in October, guys. Okay, and then another one I've already started reading a little bit. I mean, I know October's only a couple days away, so I figured it didn't hurt to get a start. This is another book that I have from Steve Donahue. This is Shatter the Nations by Mike Giglio. ISIS and the War for the Caliphate. This is another book I'll be writing a review on, but it's basically a reporter's telling through different people their experience in battling to defeat ISIS, but it also talks about how, a lot of people turned to a dark side because they just felt like they weren't getting the moral, much less the material support of America. So it'll be interesting to see how this book tackles the American position, in the Middle East, which has always just been a very, very fragile fragile and contradictory thing, our policy. I mean, just reading the book on Syria alone, whew, what a mess. So Shatter the Nations, another slim volume, so I have no excuse not to finish it and write a review on it, and I'll talk about it here. Okay, I ordered this book, let me just say by preface, yes, I used to, and I still do, I'm still working through this series of books by Preston and Child. I don't know if there's any Preston and Child people out there, but I did really enjoy the Pendergast, Agent Pendergast stories, beginning with, was it Relic? Everyone knows Relic, right? And then Reliquary, Cabinet of Curiosities, and it just follows that FBI agent Aloysius Pendergast. I've enjoyed that series. I'm still like halfway through it. I still need to continue on. But Preston and Child sometimes bring in previous characters into each book, and I like that. I like seeing recurring characters that can jump in and out of places. Well, they took one of their original characters, Nora Kelly, from, I believe, the first 5 books or so, and they're giving her her own series, and this is their brand new release, Old Bones. So not only is it a book by them, here are the authors, Banshee, so not only is it a name that, you know, I again, it's a guilty pleasure, they're just fun to read, and it brings in Nora Kelly, but I heard about this book right after I finished reading The Best Land Under Heaven, which was about the Donner Party, and I became so, you know, I go on these little kicks where I'm like, I got to read everything about that now. So I read the preview for this book, and it was, you know, it's set around the Donner Party, like Old Bones, and you can see here, you know, it's Nora Kelly's like an archaeologist, or she's a scientist, a curator at an archaeological institute, and so there's going to be some mayhem going on where she goes out there, and yeah, there's going to be probably some type of supernatural element involved, as there usually always is with Preston and Child books. But anyway, it's brand new, and I thought, you know what, damn it, I'm going to do it. You know, I'm going to get the hardcover, and I'll read it. So if there's any Preston and Child fans out there, let me know. I'd like to know I'm not alone. Okay, so Alone, I just don't even know if I can finish all these books in October, but I got 2 more. So this, I enjoy Foreign Affairs. I I subscribe to Foreign Affairs Journal. I love reading about, diplomats, their memoirs, and I'm just fascinated by the world. So, having said that, this is Bill Gertz's new book, Deceiving the Sky. Inside Communist China's Drive for Global Supremacy. So we all know what we've heard about China, and you know, are they a threat? Are they not a threat? Since they own most of our debt, I would say yes. But this is a smallish volume, but it's brand new, and it just talks about how China, how they've stolen a lot from us in the way of cyber theft. They've stolen so much in this like technology, and that we have to worry about them is when it comes to the more non-traditional ways of aggression, such as cyber warfare, economic, space warfare, large-scale influence operations. I mean, this guy's been writing about China for a while. I had one of his books from the 90s, I think. And he was writing about China then and warning about China then. So this is going to be interesting because I want to see what he's discovered as far as the level of intellectual theft that has gone on, how close we are to, you know, some type of collision. I mean, all of these the trade war going on, and it's something to be worried about. So I wanted to read Bill Gertz's book, and that is a goal. So let's see if I can achieve that for this month. And finally, I'd like to start reading this one by the end of the month. It's another book from Steve, and I've shown it before, but I need to get going on Prince Albert, The Man Who Saved the Monarchy by A.N. Wilson. It's from Harper Press. So that's another book that I have I'm going to be reviewing for Open Letters Reviews. So there's at least 3 books that I'm reading that I need to write reviews for. This should be a good read. This one's definitely chunkier. It's going to be close to 400 pages. So we'll see. So let me see if I can do the tower that Steve always does, or someone does. Okay, we got A.N. Wilson, right? Wow. Deceiving the Sky. Preston and Child, Old Bones. We've got T.H. Breen's The Will of the People, The Revolutionary Birth of America. We've got Shatter the Nations by Mike Iglio. We've got Midnight in America, a very interesting story about dreams in the Civil War and how people interpreted them. Then we have my Victober selection, Thomas Carlyle's Sartor Resartus. Oh boy, look at that. And if I feel like it and if I have time, Elizabeth George, A Suitable Vengeance. So that could be my reading for the month. I mean, I hope to get to at least 3/4 of this. Let's be real. Okay, guys. Woo, that was a little bit of a workout there. Anyway, so if you have any comments on any of these books, anything you've seen or looks interesting to you or you've read, please let me know. I would love engaging with you guys. So in the meantime, have a happy Sunday. It's a warm, breezy 82 degrees day here in Denver, just outside Denver, and heading out soon to meet a dear friend for tea. So I'll do some reading when I get back. But in the meantime, I will upload these videos, and I'll talk to you soon, BookTube. Bye.